What's up everybody, it's Andrew. In this video I'm going over the Mega Construx Heroes Series 4. Now I know what you might be thinking, hey Andrew, you're doing Series 4, you haven't even done 2 or 3 yet. I know that it's an unusual circumstance that the store that I frequent happened to have all of Series 4, so I went ahead and purchased those, and I'm going to be going over them with you individually to kind of give you an idea of what you're going to be getting. So my first impression of Series 4 is you're getting a much more diverse group of figures from different properties. This one has 5 properties, whereas Series 1 only had 3. They include Terminator, Assassin's Creed, God of War, Dark Horse Comics, and Masters of the Universe. First up is the T-800 from the Terminator series. Now I totally missed out on any of the Genesis sets that they came out with, and if you're looking to get one of these figures, this is a great way to get it without having to buy a bigger set. It comes with an automatic blaster and an oversized human skull. Next up is Ezio from Assassin's Creed, and is probably one of the more recognized characters from that franchise. He's made several appearances in the video games Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. Another video game character from this series is Kratos from God of War, and one of the original Spartans, and I would say he's based on that 2018 version of the video game, as they both share that full-length beard. Alright, next up is Hellboy from the Dark Horse universe, and I would say he is based on the animated movies more than the live action, as he has some exaggerated cartoon-like features in the face, and he comes with that oversized revolver. From the Masters of the Universe franchise, it's Evil-Lynn, the Sorceress of Eternia. And she comes with a magical staff with a crystal orb at the top, and really rounds out the villains so far. Alright, the last character is Man-at-Arms, also from the Masters of the Universe franchise. He is the adopted father of Tila and the mechanic of Castle Grayskull. Comes with a mace and a sidearm. Alright, we're done with that part of the video. Now we can kind of go over a little bit more in depth of the characters individually. And the first one I want to go over is the T-800. And he has a similar issue to the previous ones, as he doesn't have that super articulated movement in the elbow. It's just that one rotating connection, and there's no swivel in the wrist. It does, however, have an upper torso connection that allows some swiveling and tilting that some of the other characters don't have. It comes with an automatic blaster and an oversized human skull, which I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of it is. Maybe more of a decorative or scenery type part, as it doesn't fit atop the head of the T-800. It doesn't stay in place by itself. Now if you have the Series 2 T-800, you can do some customizing, making the character a little more worn or battle damaged. You can't use the torso that much, but you can get some good variety with the arms and the legs and the head. So that is the T-800. It is a good figure to get. I really like that figure, and they did some exceptional job with the molding. Looks very realistic. Next up is Ezio from Assassin's Creed. Comes with a long sword and 2 assassin-style blades on the wrist. And one issue I noticed with the figure is the hood tends to hang up on the nose of the character. Not so much going on, but definitely coming off, requiring a little bit of extra effort to get it past that obstacle. The hood itself is made from a much harder material than in previous Assassin's Creed sets that are typically made from a silicone rubber. This is more of a harder plastic than before. It does come with a hole on the top. One issue I noticed with the head mold is that there is some extra material around the jawline, and on the ear of the character is a little misformed on the left side. Not a big issue when you think about this being a mass-produced item, so it's easily forgivable. He also has some other silicone rubber parts on there, So that's Ezio from Assassin's Creed, another good figure. Next up is Kratos from God of War. He is a oversized axe with some cryptic writing on there. Really good applications of the paint for the face, chest, and arm. Those are some very tiny pieces. I did look over the extra ones that they had at the store, and I tried to pick the one that had the best paint application. The bracelets are not removable. Those are molded on there, so you won't be able to remove those. He has some silicone rubber coverings over the waist and over the right shoulder of the figure. There is the hole at the top if you want to add like a little mohawk or something. And you can take this shoulder piece off, and you can see that this is the same mold, same chest mold and upper arms as the Hellboy figure. And if you're a fan of God of War, this is definitely a great figure to get. It really sticks out from this series as a exceptionally good example of what can be achieved in such a small scale. Now I have a extra boar drone head that is the same flesh tone as Kratos. Now if you are a good painter, you could paint a red stripe on the drone head, and then you would have maybe a younger version of Kratos, or he could be an engineer from the Alien franchise. Alright, next up is Hellboy from the Dark Horse universe. And if you don't know who Hellboy is, he heads up the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense. They battle supernatural entities and paranormal activity type things. Comes with the right hand of doom and a oversized revolver. They did a really exceptional job with this one. The only complaint I have is that the finish is a little bit too bright, too shiny. Should have been a little bit more matte. On the back, the tail attaches to a ball joint kind of thing, and it can swivel and tilt. Has a little bit of flexibility in the tail, not a lot, but still pretty good. And he has an excellent range of motion on the head, and it even has the ponytail on there too. So that's Hellboy. Alright, next up is Evil-Lynn from the Masters of the Universe. And she uses a lot of parts and molds from the Tila character from Series 2. And it seems like almost every Masters of the Universe character so far has had these bracelets in some form or another on there. Maybe except for Skeletor. So this is a great little character. Maybe not the best of this series, but still a great one to get. The head is a completely original mold, and the joint at the top of the staff looks to be a new type of part as well. There is a little bit of issue with some color differences. Hard to notice on here, but they are just slightly different. Maybe more prominent on the leg, where it's just a little bit different shade of yellow for the thigh and upper knee. So now we are up to 7 Masters of the Universe characters when we count Evil-Lyn and the last character I want to talk about, Man-at-Arms from the Series 4. And he comes with a mace with a square hole that can be placed on the back of the figure to store it securely away until he is ready to use it. This is another fine example of Mega Construx and their ability to represent something with lots of detail in a very small scale. I want to talk just a minute about how crazy it is that the Masters of the Universe property that hasn't been relevant in 30 years is now back in the toy shelves and in the Mega Construx line. It just really speaks volumes to how nostalgia plays into the retail setting. On the top of the head is the T-joint that we've seen in some previous Call of Duty sets, so that will go on there and stay on there quite securely. I want to take the head off and remove the vest and show you that this is the same upper chest mold as the Kratos and Hellboy figures. except it's all green. This character is unique in a way that I don't think I've ever seen before in a Mega Construx figure, in that it has a large, muscular right arm and just a regular, normal-sized left arm. So that is Man-at-Arms, and if you ask me, in this series, it's a three-way tie between Kratos, Hellboy, and Man-at-Arms, just depending on where your fan loyalty lies. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. Let me know which character you're most excited about from Series 4 down in the comments section. And I'm Andrew, and until next time.